Hello everyone, it is John and today's video is another trip down memory lane for me. This one is Starfleet Battles from Task Force Games. Look, the memories that are linked with this game: overload photon torpedoes. A friend of mine, I'm quite sure he'll probably make a comment. I would be surprised if he doesn't, but yes, overload photon torpedoes, yes. A battle cry and the capacity for a friend of mine to miss at range 0. I think it was range 0. I'm quite sure Michael will have something to say. I'm quite sure he will. His memory is far better than mine, but this game is, look, one of the favourites that we had, and it will always remain in my collection because as I've said, I think throughout many of these, like, I don't explain, I guess, how these games play. Sometimes I will, sometimes I won't. For me, I'm showing you my board game collection, and for me, these games are memories for me, and I'm just sharing with you what sits in my collection. So let's go have a look at what's in these boxes, or just how much of the collection, I guess, is still intact. So here we go, here's part 2. Well, we're going to have a look at one of my really old tactical board games, I guess you can call this, and it's called Starfleet Battles, and it's produced by a company called, what was it called? Amarillo, or Task Force Games, and I've got quite a few of them. Now, this came out initially, it was called Task Force Game number 4, and I may have had it, I cannot recall, but I do have this one, which was, I believe, called the Designer's Edition. And it's the primary one that we did play with. The smaller one, I think, if you're not looking for one that's overly complicated, if you can grab it, I would certainly recommend it. But again, that's just me. But look, this is, I guess, my collection of what I've got. Now, I've just spent today trying to put everything together again. Now, oh, here we go. I'm going to... shaking everything here. Now, well, just imagine you're in space, shall we? I've actually spent the day trying to put everything together, so I've actually got a set with everything. So all the counters are here, all the charts, all the SSDs, and the rules. I actually had lost the rules in the flood. There is the sheet. There is the playing mat, or the star map, and everything that is there. So I actually have a full set. The dice, well, the dice, I think you can use any dice, to be honest. So my Starfleet Battles box set is complete. I'm really happy with that. So, and I recently picked up an additional copy, which I picked up second hand, and it actually gave me this Battle Damage Code Red set, which gave me these little cards, which I think is supposed to represent the chart that you'd normally roll the dice on. So I was quite pleased I picked that up. So that's a little addition. Then, of course, came all these. Prior to that, came all these expansions. So I've actually put these all into little bags now. So I've actually, the counters, I've never punched the counters on these. So I've got the counters and the SSDs are all in here. So these are essentially complete. So expansion 2 and 3 are complete. Expansion 1, I've actually, all the counters are there for that, including the SSDs that came with it. So I'm rather chuffed that my Starfleet Battles is fairly complete. The only one that is not complete sadly, is volume 2. Here we go, let's get blinded. I've only got sheet number 1 of this. Sheets 2 and 3 have vanished. I don't know what's happened to them. Yeah. So I have no idea what happened to the sheets. So something's happened to the rest of the counters there. But oh well, we'll persevere one way or the other. But apart from that, that had the SSD sheet book in there anyway, plus the rules, and my volume 3 is all intact. So here we go, we'll go down. So all the sheets and everything, counters and everything are all intact, the volumes, SSD and the rules. So I'm really happy that after having had everything sort of shoved everywhere, it's all turned out. Now I had all the captain logs, but unfortunately with one of my flooding events, these are the only captain logs I've got left, is 1 and 3, so that's fairly sad. I've got one update book, I can't honestly remember how many there were, and I've got the first number 1 supplement with the counters and the SSDs that came with it, so quite pleased indeed, and that is really good. So there you go, Starfleet Battles. We played that for many years. That was certainly during the 80s. That was our go-to game at my parents' place on Fridays and Saturday nights amongst my friends. And look, I would probably still play it today, but unfortunately not many people like Starfleet Battles. Certainly this style anyway. They prefer simpler systems, but this certainly has always had, like with Battletech, it has many memories for me. So there you go, that is Starfleet Battles from Task Force Games. So till next time, signing off, the Honourable John.